it is the lower bracket final between two orcs. They meet again. The rematch from the winner bracket semi-final, Cash versus OrcWorker.
And there was perhaps a surprise, which brought Cash further than many may have expected, defeating OrcWorker. Before Cash went into inactivity, he was considered by almost everyone to be the best orc in Europe. But then, as he disappeared from the scene, that title, that crown, was grabbed up by OrcWorker. And now we have a bit of an interesting duel going on between the two. Now that Cash is back, who really is better? Perhaps it was Cash in the upper bracket where they met before, but now it's going to be elimination time.
And I think the picks and bans are pretty interesting. Since OrcWorker got rid of Echo Owls and Twisted, Cash got rid of Terrana Stand and Turtle Rock. 3 of those maps are very item dependent. Echo Owls, lots of claws. Twisted and Turtle Rock, we don't have to talk about it. Terrana Stand, maybe the consumable can make a big difference, but I won't take that out of the equation here. They don't want this to revolve around luck and a Blade Master. I think that is very obvious.
And there's one more big one in, which is LR, which can also be pretty lucky/unlucky for the parties involved. But yeah, other than that, I can totally see your point. I'm actually kind of looking forward to this because this is the first Orc Mirror I have casted in quite a while. And from what I've heard is that there's a lot of tier 3 involved nowadays, which is pretty cool. So,
between the two, we have seen like 4 tier 3s in the best of 3 yesterday.
So, from what I understand, though, it was no torrents, but a little Remo can still hope, man.
Yeah, I think I was mentioning that before.
Neo, one day we're going to cast a game together, and there's going to be torrents, and you will never, ever hear the end of it. You will never, ever, ever hear the end of it. And I'm
already happy that we missed this one game at this Chinese tournament where Lin played it.
It would have been glorious. It would have been glorious.
Glorious will be this Orc Mirror. Glorious will be the rest of the tournament as the winner will face Foggy. Best of 3 again. The loser drops down. Both, if they lose, are of course qualified for the second Western qualifier that will happen in 3 weeks. It's the Belarus versus Russia. It's Cash versus OrcWorker. Cash spawning in the bottom right with a 2 burrow tech this time. OrcWorker at the top, looking like a 1 burrow tech.
Interesting.
So, Orc Mirror, we don't see it too much, but okay, there's the second burrow. I was waiting for it. Will be lots of creeping, especially on AI. Maybe to just get used to the Orc Mirror feel, having a slower start into the game, feeling more comfortable with this. It all evolves around later stages of the game. I mean, of course, items at the moment are great. The first big thing is who gets the Shadow Hunter faster to level 3, and then who has the better fight, maybe with an earlier Kodo, who can snipe the Kodos better, and who gets to tier 3. Those are the questions that will be answered in this best of 3.
And they both raced to the Merchant here, and Cash was a lot earlier, grabbing up the Circlet and the Dust. Who's gonna have the guts to actually go for the Ogre? The one who doesn't have the Dust, probably a little less so.
To that, OrcWorker with an empty inventory at this point. But of course this will not result in a kill. He can take a trade now though. So Cash is dictating the pace of the game.
I really like the shop in the back for OrcWorker. That thing, oftentimes fragile, can be taken out quickly. I recommended it being placed in the back against Undead before.
Yes.
And now he's doing it in the mirror. Of course, in the mirror, usually, we have the orcs walling off their base with burrows and then putting up tier 2 buildings behind. And then once they're up, you can hack open the way with the peons because the Blade Master's damage, in case you haven't heard, is pretty high. So he can get rid of those tier 2 buildings without much problem.
Yeah, I would think the same, that they positioned their buildings back there. But yesterday they threw it right in front of the stronghold. So very open and very accessible tier 2 buildings for both players. I think, since this map is so small, this will not be a tier 3 most likely, except one has a major advantage after the first fight. So I just expect Raider Walker Kodo play. But with these two, you never know. Yesterday I was very entertained by this Orc Mirror between them. which was a lot closer than expected, with a 2-1 win for Cash in the end. But it could have gone the other way around as well.
So unusual to see here. We're basically on tier 2, and there have been 0 creep kills. Nothing at all so far. So both players respecting each other here, not wanting to risk anything at all.
Players' forces are under attack.
Yeah, I mean, you can't get a grunt kill. That's, I mean, except if you have insane micro and a little bit of luck with positioning. But if you start a creep spot, you can be very, very sure with a lot of scouting that is going on that your opponent will find you. Of course, that's not what you want. Tier 2 is finished for OrcWorker. There's no other choice than a Shadow Hunter. Same for Cash, who is a tiny bit slower.
Right, here we have another bit of grunt exchange. With a scroll of speed especially, a grunt kill should be nigh impossible. And there we can see it.
But Cash winning the first situation of the game at the shop, getting the circuit and the dust, and now forcing the speed scroll. Those are the tiny little things that can tip the game in your direction, but on the other side, OrcWorker with a fast attack can equalize that to a degree. Here you see it, Spirit Lodge and Beastery right in front of the stronghold for both players.
That has changed since the last time I was casting Orc Mirrors. It's been a while. And Cash sees it, but I think he's too late now to do anything about this, especially with the Hex gonna be available here in just a moment.
Yeah, too risky. Same for OrcWorker. He saw... I didn't think he saw it, but, you know, you will feel it. So the big creeping phase begins now. I wonder if it's with roaming Blade Masters or not. So far it seems like it. But Cash is expecting the Shadow Hunter to go here, as it seems. Yeah, didn't see him. For OrcWorker this goes a lot better, as it is the more obvious creep spot. Doesn't pick up the tome, as he's waiting for the Augur Warrior here.
I think that's a good idea. Not revealing yourself more important here. You want to grab experience as much as you can. And a somewhat mirrored movement here by the two. Creeping with SH and trying to be disruptive with a Blade Master at the same time. And Jesus Christ, this is such a slow creeping phase.
Yes, it is. It's all building up. 3 critters here, with the one being an Overseer, of course. Well, that's quite a big chunk of experience for OrcWorker. Gets ahead of his opponent with the Gloves of Haste, close to level 2 Shadow Hunter. Or Cash is far away, but he has the first Raider in his army. Same for Worker, though.
Alright, now they're gonna fight over the next camp here. Oh, Hex on the Raider. That's a big deal, but with a Scroll of Speed, actually, it's a pretty speedy Raccoon.
Yeah, you cannot afford to lose the Raider early on. This is impossible. Then it would be map control.
I wonder, couldn't he have killed him with Ensnare as well?
There was no Ensnare, it's in research.
Ah, yeah. Ah, that's right.
But it's finished now. So from now on, you're right about it.
There's a lot of experience that OrcWorker is grabbing up from the Merchant. And perhaps the invul as well. Or is it too early for an invul? Probably not that much right-click hero focus will be possible yet without Kodos, without level 2 crit.
Cash has a problem with the levels on his Blade Master. He doesn't have crit. Blade Master here for OrcWorker has it already, and level 2.3 on the Shadow Hunter with Wand of Illusion. I love that item in mirror matches, as it soaks up a lot of damage. And you can trick your opponent if you use it on Kodo Beasts. Cash now with the second Null Overseer reveals, but a little too early. Ah, it's just an illusion, okay. Punishment post for him, not that great. On the Shadow Hunter, it can be okay, but OrcWorker's creep route is by far the better. And the item as well!
Oh boy.
Ay.
That item is so sick. That item is so sick. And he's gonna have level 3 after this camp perhaps as well. He's gonna be a little bit off. He solo creeps it with the SH, that's nice. That's level 3. If he could look for a fight right now, he would love to. Yeah. But of course, first he has to find his opponent who is mirroring his creep route. He's a lot slower. But in the end, he will pretty much have the same neutrals taken out as well.
Oh, I made a misprediction here. Both players are going for tier 3.
Coolio. So, Torrent soon, right?
Of course. Wind of the Wind for Cash. Of course, the Mana Stone is a lot better, but you can do great stuff with Winds of the Wind. But you can do great stuff with Creep Jacks as well. And here comes OrcWorker with a slight supply disadvantage. The first End Snare hits really good. First Wind of the Wind being used. That is, if it's a Night Elf versus Orc right now, Grunt Raider goes down.
Important kill. That's a level 2 for him. There's a level 3 for him. Level 2 heal wave coming out after. But yeah, no Mana Stone. Speaking of which, being used right here by OrcWorker, this should on paper be an easy affair for OrcWorker. But he's gonna lose the next walker here, it seems. Oh, just barely gets away. And now Kotobi's coming in. That changes a lot. Can he devour something here? Not sending it in yet. And for some reason, Cash seems to be looking good in this fight.
10% damage boost, man. That's all the thrill. And another unit that he can eat later on. Only the Blade Master for OrcWorkers remaining here. There is Windwalk, but he's ensnared right now. Revealed as well. Is there another end snare from this Raider? I don't think so. No, he eats an illusion. Okay. Not the best usage, but Cash is back in this game.
Man. And the Mana Stone is gone.
And the Mana Stone is gone. The Wind of the Wind is also gone, though. Did reduce the damage a lot. Yesterday we saw OrcWorker using Hex really, really well in the fights. So that disables the damage of the Blade Master. And it's basically the same in that fight with the Wind of the Wind. Just minimize the damage. And speaking of Hex, Cash will have a lot more Hex thanks to the Subby Mask. 50%. And Rune Bracer on the other side. That is unfortunate. There was a little usage for the Wind of the Wind. It was still the worst item compared to the Mana Stone, but that is completely crap.
Yeah, that is 200 gold right there. Scrolls of Healing being purchased here by Cash. He at least has one now. Alright, tier 3. What's he gonna get with his orb, I guess?
Yes.
There we go. And Kodo Aura probably as well.
Yes. Yeah. Double the damage boost with this one upgrade. OrcWorker finds a panel of energy though, which makes up for the Rune Bracers. One more heal wave. Oh, and snare reveal. That is the last Windwalk he has.
He can't leave. There's 3 end snares and a Hex.
Oh shit.
He's dead.
This happened twice yesterday, and both of the matches were won by Cash. Obviously, if he gets the Kodo, that would be massive too. And there's, yeah, easy kill. 3 Raiders is basically stun with an end snare lock on him. That is 4 supply plus the Blade Master. 9 supply gone.
God.
And the Raider back. So he gets 3, kills 9, 1 little go, 12 supply advantage.
I think if you're an Orc player, sometimes you can forget that, you know, usually the Blade Master is so slippery, always gets out of trouble. But against like 3 or 4 ensnares, that doesn't work so well anymore.
Blade Master is back, but wow. The positioning from Cash is magnificent. More kills. And the Shadow Hunter is going super close to 4.
He killed 12 supply for free.
Yep, and got 3 supply back.
And here's the big fight, both with the Orb of Lightning, but no level 3 yet for OrcWorker. Blade Master is in fighting shape again. Whose Kodos get to eat? That's oftentimes a big deal. That's why they get ensnared, mostly. And there we go, ensnares on both Kodos, and Focus Fire coming in again as well. That also means no more damage bonus for either of the players. Cash repositioning. Still has the supply lead though.
Worker so far defending this well, but now he's moving out of his comfort zone right next to his base, so that means he's not in shop range anymore. Blade Master tanking so much damage, both hand snares, but they can hit each other, so OrcWorker has to retreat, and that should be the win for Cash, but we'll see level 4 on the Shadow Hunter. Reinforcements are coming in from the south. Is it Kodo? No, it's not. Just peons. When is the next Kodo coming? OrcWorker is not producing stuff. 500 gold. Oh boy, losing more Raiders. Trades it for a grunt, but that's an easy trade you do. Next and snare, critical strike. What a stun and stabbing! Oh, that was great! And kills the Blade Master again. Surrounds the Raider. GG, Cash in the lead.
Man, one mistake, one time your Blade Master's too far away from the army. And suddenly it's over.
Was that a perfect animation canceling we just saw there?
Yeah, that was pretty sick.
It wasn't too far away, man. That was as fast as it gets, with 2 crits then as well. Wow. But of course, the major mistake. Losing the Blade Master there.
Yeah. Too bad the game ended so early, or otherwise we definitely would have seen some torrents soon. Next
but I think
gonna be AZ, yeah?
if OrcWorker plays this slower and is not going for the creep jack at the laboratory at the south, he can just... I don't want to say it's smooth sailing, but he had the lead. Quite a big lead, to be honest. And there, against the wind of the wind, he threw it away a little bit.
Yeah, maybe he was getting a little too ambitious there. Oh my god, I'm level 3. Oh my god, I have the mana stone as well. Let's go look for a fight immediately. But at the same time, I can't blame him. Like, on paper, that should have been his fight to take. Also, I think the creeps were still in the back of Cash there a little. But he turned it around. Alright, we move on to AZ next. Historically, one of the toughest map to build a strong Blade Master on. So you said earlier that maps like TR, Twisted, the big ones especially, can be really luck dependent. But I think also on this one, if you find a clause here into a Slippers, into another Slippers, suddenly your Blade Master is so much stronger than he's supposed to be.
Yes. I think it was Moon against Lawliot yesterday. On TS though, where he found Boots of Kel'Thuzad, Claws of Attack, Slippers of Agility, and 2 Tomes of Agility. That was, like, the game was 5 minutes old and he had a plus 19 Demon Hunter. And then have fun winning a mirror with this. That was sick.
For that, of course, you have to get really lucky. Will the stars align for one of the 2 players here? Or is Lady Luck gonna not be too involved? This is usually an extremely micro-dependent mirror match. Pretty much like every mirror match, I guess.
Yeah. So
items will not be the sole decision maker.
Except Night Elves, of course, because you just A-click. Is that what you want to say?
No. They also use mana burn and staff, so they have to invest like 40 APM, so it's pretty hard actually.
Okay, before you continue, I want to interrupt you here a little. Like, the top and the bottom of the map is very luck dependent. At the laboratory you can find claws, which would give you an advantage. At the natural you can find a big mana potion, which gives you a big advantage. And at the mercenary camp, vamp aura.
Yeah.
So those are the key creep spots for both places. And of course red spots, but that's gonna be coming later. The middle of the map is okay. You can find some consumables and little items, but those 3 are key.
Yeah, sentry wards can also be super powerful if utilized correctly. But yeah, I agree. Let's see where we start with here. Circlet for Cash.
Circlet for Worker.
Alright, even so far. 1 borrow tech by Cash, for both in fact.
Yeah, since I'm not an expert in Orc Mirror, I don't really know when you go 1 burrow attack, when you go 2 burrow attack.
Yeah, me neither. But I guess the thing here is that your first Renegade can't be punished, so it's logical that both players will go for the Renegade. So you will at least have a bit of time there. Oh, and we have the Slippers for Worker. This is already a very good job for him. On the other side, Slippers and Tome.
And Tome.
Right.
Lady Luck wants to see some big red numbers, as it seems.
And they both got the Tome as well.
Oh, nice. That's cool. See that it's that equal. But both will feel very, very confident about this now. OrcWorker has to be more careful with his Blade Master. He's greedy again, sniping the rogue here for possible second slippers.
That would be so much damage.
Mantle.
Not quite. Cash wants to do the same, but nice anticipation from the grunt.
A player's forces are under attack.
And now he sees him and he thinks, okay, what I did there was the right thing to do. And he's quite hurt. But I think OrcWorker is not in a position to snipe this. But this opens up the first mercenary camp for him. And this is... what is it? Gauntlets, which is a little better, I think. So here we go. Renegade with that damage, he can easily take him out. Vamp Aura is the dream. Soapy Mask is nice, boots are nice, rope is nice. This is crap. Half a protection scroll though in mirror matches. Would you keep it? I doubt it.
In a lot of, if we see a lot of engagement, it is gonna have quite a bit of value. Certainly more than the gold you get from selling it, but can't rely on that, of course. In general, though, very unfortunate drop here. So many better items to be found.
But at least it's gold, and Cash won't get it. We can hold on to this, I think. Tier 2 is finished, and it is, of course, Shadowhunters.
And once again, the tier 2 buildings coming up in front.
A player's forces are under attack.
Blade Masters so far not looking for the cancellation. OrcWorker continuing creeping up in the middle of the map. This is quite a bit of experience. This is going to be level 3 for him. And then with all the mana he saved as well, he'll be able to roam around a lot. However, he will be giving up the Renegade for cash. Is he going to be luckier here? The odds say yes. And yes.
Second Silver Mask of the series. Didn't make a big impact last time, though.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Worker is rushing tier 3 before the SH is out. He doesn't have a bestiary yet. What?
He delays the bestiary by a lot. What is this?
Torrents.
Like, actually...
Don't you, like, need Kodos and Raiders, though? Like, really need them?
Yeah. I was just about to say, like, Torrents are a nice counter to Raiders, but that's, of course, just because of the damage type. You can control them, but OrcWorker right in his face with a good amount of damage that he has. With everything being hurt, he cancels the healing again. There's the bestiary. Super late. He gives up the mid game for a fast tier 3.
Interesting. Like, how much is an early orb really gonna do?
Depends. Like, if you... Depends on how many reinforcements you catch and how well Purge is working for you.
And also he's gonna have a super late Kodo, right? Because he needs Ensnare at least one Raider. I think one of the most important thing, me as an amateur, admittedly, if you control the opposing Kodo beast so it can't eat and you can't focus it, is such a big deal. Whereas if you could just move it around, yes, the Kodo might be slow, but still, that would help her a lot.
Both are lurking for the Sasquatch. Cash is revealed now. OrcWorker refrains from going in. So hard to watch with the camera now, but I think we stick here. And the Shadowhunter got this, plus the Wind of Illusion again. Cash's Windwalk is not expiring soon. But he knows he's there.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna reveal and hex him.
Reveal, hex, kill, Wind of Illusion, nice.
Has 6 wands now. That could be a lot of damage soaked up.
But there's no Ensign at the moment. Where's the Blade Master of OrcWorker? Coming in only now, most likely with the orb, but so much damage from Cash already. Here it is with the orb. Illusions being casted, critical strike on both sides.
Oh my god, finally see with the Blade Master the way Blizzard wanted it to be seen, with the mirror images. And this might be a little confusing. Oh my god, there's illusions everywhere. It's a nightmare. What are you going to focus? And Cash is losing a few units here. He still has Spy Lead though, and not by too little. As also Grunts will fall for OrcWorker. But Speed Scroll disengage. Oh, but the Orb of Lightning, Neo, did you see it? Orb of Lightning Purge gets that kill.
Level 3 finally for the heal wave, and he gets a lot more kills out of this than I would expect. He was down 6 supply when the fight started. Now he's up 3. The Orb of Lightning seems to be really good.
I know.
I did not expect this at all. Like, no way. And look at the level difference on the Shadowhunter.
Yeah. He needs to find some experience here. And this can be really rough on AZ when you are behind. Evading your opponent and finding camps to recover can be so hard. Yeah. If he goes for the natural, a Creep Drag could just break his neck.
He sends out Raiders to scout a bit, the Blade Master as well, but OrcWorker has so much time. Well, actually, does he have time? Because he is catching up. And Snare upgrade only now. We are almost 10 minutes into the game.
crazy.
A player's forces are under attack.
But he's moving forward. He's gonna fight against an opposing shop, of course. That's a big disadvantage. And if he's very far forward, he will even have to deal with the burrows throwing their spears.
Still not a single Kodo Beast in this game. First one
So
coming now for
weird.
Cash.
Yeah. And we have some new Wands of Illusion. The first Raider for Cash dies so quickly. Can't be microed. The Purge, man! The Purge Gamers is just too strong. The Raider has fallen. And OrcWorker, he hasn't lost one himself yet. With the Spirit Link, he is so tanky. Going for the SH now. Has to be repositioned. But he's getting blocked in by the Blade Master. He's forced away from his shop. He's forced away from his allies. And now, I don't think he can get out. He can't pop him out. He can't do anything. No invul, or can he transfer something? Oh my god, he actually pops him out. But only for so long. The SH is dead. And now, how is this supposed to be recoverable?
Oh, he was trying to look for the hero kill himself, but OrcWorker with a speed scroll, very fast reaction. Move out the Shadow Hunter as fast as possible. He doesn't have no mana anymore, but it's alright as the Blade Master's taking care of that Kodo Beast. Cash is struggling real hard. He gets faster reinforcement, but he's not producing anything. The Kodo Beast is gone. Shadow Hunter still without mana, but more reinforcements coming from the north. Blade Master super close to 4, and then it's level critical strike level 2 time. Here we go. Cash calls for the GG. We go on to map 3 again.
Wow.
Really surprising move by OrcWorker. I mean,
Tier 3 rush, man.
he surprised everybody with this.
And I think also the 6 illusions there helped out so much because Cash had definitely quite a decent advantage in going into that fight. But when all the illusions popped up, he didn't know what to focus anymore.
Yeah. Absolutely agreed. If there's one illusion, you figure it out quite quickly if it takes additional damage or doesn't do damage. But with so many of them, in a stressful situation like this, very hard. Very hard. Good move by OrcWorker, and we talked about Foggy becoming a different player. Maybe we can say the same about OrcWorker. With, of course, he wasn't the troll like Foggy was, but he was basically a machine, playing one build the entire time, maybe a little deviation in matchups and stuff, but it was the cookie cutter build the entire time, and he's moving away from this. Yesterday already, and today as well. I like that. I really like that.
And I wonder if it was influenced by the Wand of Illusion. Because of course there's not going to be a lot of disenchant for quite a while in that matchup. Maybe with that he had the safety, because this can be punished. Don't get me wrong. Just think about the ensnare. Basically, Cash had 2 ensnares from 2 raiders, whereas for a little time there OrcWorker didn't even have 1, and that is obviously a massive disadvantage.
Cash is watching at the replay. I think we don't have a rule against that. He wants to know what happens, and he wants to know when OrcWorker decided to go for tier 3 and what caused it. And we do have Razorman in chat here. He says, Cash, why are you fighting against an orb? So, yeah. That was definitely the biggest thing. The Blade Master was out of the fight at the shop for a pretty long time because he was focusing so hard on getting that orb.
Yeah, Orb of Lightning. Really cool. Alright, and now we go to LR though. The biggest map we will be seeing in this best of 3. And there's a lot of item drops which can be frustrating or elevating. Yeah. Especially the red cams come to mind. Also though, Mana Stone, Scourge Bone Chimes, Greater Mana. So you will have to hope for at least some luck here. Otherwise, it's going to be a rough road.
I do agree. One more time to see the players in the tail of the tape. It is one match to decide who will face Foggy in the winner bracket, in the grand final. to fight for one ticket to Shanghai to face the best of the best again. Cash has an amazing track record against OrcWorker, 80%. But in this big Western qualifier, OrcWorker comes out on top. At least twice already, which is way above his normal stats. And alright, this is it. Last Refuge. Here we go.
I imagine both players will be killing their maulers first. That does buy them a bit of time, so maybe this will trigger one burrow tech once again. And stacking up here can be fairly easy for both heroes, SH and Blade. Basically, on both sides of the map, we have 3 claws spots if you want to divide them, and also if you want to count them in like claws +9 and Qualifier boots and all that. And lots of consumables, which the SH likes as well. But the big ones might be the auras. Then again, we haven't moved into like 60 versus 60 or 70 versus 70 supply. Haven't gone that far, but with a map so big now, this might finally be in the cards.
That was a sick game yesterday. That was the most interesting game yesterday because who was it? One of the players, I actually don't remember, too many games in 2 days, had a faster tier 3. Plus he went to the red spot. I think it was Cash. Yeah, it was Cash. Went for the red spot, found the command aura. So he had the better Kodo aura plus the command aura. And OrcWorker had vamp aura. Usually you would still think that the damage should win the fight, right? At least I would think so. But OrcWorker won that with great disabling on the Blade Master, minimizing the damage so much that that Cash couldn't catch up with it. And he won that game.
I didn't see that fight, but of course, it's not only A-click wars. It's gonna be a lot of focus fight. We oftentimes say this is about Orc in general. Such a hard race to be to play nearly perfectly, and also in the mirror. Your walkers are supposed to be shooting at the grunts are supposed to be attacking the raiders are supposed to be ensnaring and attacking the Kodos. But then again, you can't just A-click everything, otherwise or you can't just focus fire everything, otherwise they lose too much damage output. Then if Disenchant comes into play, Spirit Link, Hex, Heal Wave, Windwalk, it's incredibly hard to master.
OrcWorker looking for the kill here. Didn't get it. Cash again. Faster, but he got the item. Gloves of Haste for him. So Cash's inventory is empty now.
And it was a 1 burrow by both. Getting 2 more up right here. And OrcWorker, man, he's seriously starting to stack up on these items. Ogre Magi with the claws that will be the trifecta completed.
And Cash invested a lot of time to go for that harass.
Oh, and he missed the Sentry Ward, D-Ward via the dust by like 100 range or so.
Okay, I didn't see it. I was focusing on the Blade Master here, got a ring. But yeah, that's quite big. Actually, Cash has a bit of experience there. And tier 2 is closing in. It's really cool that these games are so close between the two.
Oh, OrcWorker, does he have the timing down here to move north to steal the High Priest? No. Is he just gonna go for the Knolls here? Yes, he is. That's another item to grab up for the Blade. It was a little unfortunate here with the Ogre, with the Ogre Magi, with only the ring. So that one. And another pair of Sentry Wards for Cash.
Well, it's his first one. OrcWorker got the first pair.
Ah, yeah, never mind.
So it's not mass map control for one player, but equal. OrcWorker with the second circlet. That is really nice for him. And Cash not sniping for more items, but finishing this for critical strike as tier 2 is there. And the Shadow Hunters come out. OrcWorker again. Only Lodge. No Bestiary.
This is the same build. Oh, is he gonna be in time here to steal the last hit? Also, the grunts are dropping low. This is a risky play by Cash. Is he gonna get punished? Last hit. I think Cash got it.
Yeah,
and
Cash,
the item as well.
Item as well.
Oh, but the grunts. But the grunts. Loses 1, but maybe traded. Yeah.
It is. So equal. There's an end snare, but I don't think he has the damage for it. He has to heal up his own grunt though, so he has to refrain from this end snare grunt. That the troll trap was provided him there on a silver platter, basically. But now the trades started stepping again by Cash. So he drives him back.
And now both with a fast tier 3 tech. Still though, OrcWorker a little bit faster, delaying his bestiary. Delaying it still. He has the resources for it now.
Is he slipping in macro? Is it the nerves coming to him?
He's making the walker first, but he certainly has the money for it now. Was thinking about the lab, but that might be too dangerous. Sees the Blade Master over here with the sentry ward still. And it's sentries everywhere. Is this one sentry by OrcWorker just barely out of range? Look at this. This one sentry for Worker is in between 2 other sentries.
Yes. It must be. Must be the case. Just a second. Chat is saying, by the way, that this is current metagame in Orc Mirror in ladder for like a month.
Like
but
tier 3 rush or what?
Yeah, but it's the first time I've seen it in pro. Or not, maybe not the first time, but one of the very few times that I've seen it in pro replays. And again, very reminiscent of AI. We have the Wand of the Wind on OrcWorker's side.
Alright, Cash soul creeping his Blade Master now. Another circlet for him. He is level 3. And now it's gonna be time to be a little disruptive here. With Raiders being so late and so few, he doesn't have so much to worry about.
A player's forces are under attack.
And if he could get this last hit, that would be the dream. Shouldn't be possible though with the Dust of Appearance and all that. Oh, he gets it anyways though! Got the last hit and the item. And he will get out because there's no ensnare.
Indeed. Cash was rushing ensnare, so if this would have happened to him, he could have gotten the Blade Master. Gets a Wand of mana stealing, can be really good against the Shadow Hunter, but very... not very likely that he will be in range for that to deny a heal wave. So I think this will be sold for a heal scroll. Tier 3, finished for Worker. Bestiary is there, ensnare still not. For Cash we have it. And tier 3 is finished as well. Did he just look at the replay and analyze, okay, I can do this better than you? So I have Orb and Ensnare sooner.
Yeah. I guess technically his Orb would have been a little later, but yeah, especially the Raiders. He has 2 now, and OrcWorker only now going for the Ensnare. And the Shadow Hunter here for Cash gets solo creep. Alright, Ogre Magi. Mana Stone, the dream, but there's quite a few good ones here.
Health Stone. Also
Not bad.
Not bad indeed.
Oftentimes, though, in these Orc Mirror matches, it seems like the blade is ignored for the longest time until the very end. Maybe with the Health Stone he can be more aggressive with it, with his positioning. Oh, the dust misses.
This could be huge.
Oh, but he saw him. Windwalk ended there. And peons are coming for OrcWorker. Has easily enough lumber to do this. No Kodos yet, right?
No Kodos. Very late Kodos. In general in this game, it's not unusual to see like 2 Kodos. Blade Master is still in Windwalk there. Bought the dust as well. He knows it now. Hex comes in and he gets the Ogre Magi for the greater potion of healing. That's so much healing on Cash's side.
He stole it. OrcWorker stole it with the blade.
Oh yeah, you're right.
When he was a little chicken. Oh, now there's a bad position for Cash. Has to reposition. But one grunt kill will be free to grab up here.
Close to level 3 he is. OrcWorker a little bit further away from it. But the position looks still good for the Belarusian. He has to retreat into his own base to get access to the shop. But on the way back he gets a lot of pickups with those Raider Ensnares. Who can get more Hex again. But this time it's on both sides. Heal Wave gets a little bit more time, but OrcWorker exploding into 174 critical strike, killing 2 Raiders and a grunt. This looks so good for OrcWorker.
That Wand of the Wind once again coming in so big. Blade Master was disabled during all of this, and there was no adept training yet for the walkers. Only finished now. If only he had had that a few seconds earlier.
OrcWorker has all the trump cards in his hands now. He's building a shop back there. He has a level 3 Shadow Hunter. He has a Kodo. He has a way bigger army. What can Cash do? He gets the Kodo now himself. Upgrade is coming too, but that's gonna take some time. And that time is where the wall drums are occupying the beastry. Can't get raiders. And more Kodo, or no more Kodos. OrcWorker does not commit to this.
Alright. OrcWorker certainly took the lead here. It's not over yet though. But with the lead, he may be able to get both red camps. That would be really nice.
Cash
when
will
you're
see
ahead,
it.
get more ahead. Wise esports wizard once said.
And that's actually a great timing. Cash's ward is expiring in the bottom. Okay, he sees that OrcWorker is not going to that red spot and he goes for it.
And
prioritizing the Merc camp.
And I wonder if OrcWorker isn't being too cautious here.
Yes, I thought the same.
He should realize that he has a decent advantage. Not by no means game winning, but he just gave up his map control. Like totally.
Unholy aura for Cash. More movement speed, more HP regen, always much appreciated. And again, the Lion Horn, this time on OrcWorker's side. This did not pay off. If this would have been a Boots of Quel'Thalas or Vamp Aura, I would have said, okay, it's worth it. But he gets level 4 from it. Now it's Cash's time to go for another aura. Now this is just gambling for items at this point.
So many good items to grab up here. The belt of giant strength and the devotion are the worst.
It's a balance.
Alright. Makes it balanced, I guess.
Red spot for OrcWorker. He needs a good aura. Cash got the command aura, which is one of the greatest he can find here. Level 4 for him, level 3.5 on the Shadow Hunter. Same levels. Oh, actually no level 4 for Cash. Command aura. Ho ho!
Oh baby.
That's so much more damage.
Blade Master plus 23 without any claws.
Yes, that's true. If you're wondering why this stacks, because it's called Warsong Battle Drums and it shouldn't stack with the Warsong Battle Drums with Kodos. It is the command aura from the Null Overseers. Worker at 60 food. Cash is still hesitant to break upkeep.
He just started producing though. It's still all stuck at home.
He needs to buy more time. He did it before. Can he do it again? How's the other inventory here?
It seems like he needs level 4 though. Cash on his blade.
He does. Except if he has a crit level 2 already, but I don't think so.
Oh, Cash is starting this camp. If he gets backstabbed here, this could be horrible for him. And the Blade Master sees it.
Big healing potion on the Blade Master, that's it. No invul. But the rest of the army is coming. Reveal being used though. Here's Dusted. He's going for an end snap, but the rest of the army is already there to secure his health.
Oh, the Kodo is way out of position. Going for it first, obviously. And with the Purge, the Spritling's already gone. And the Kodo's going to be gone in a second as well. Unless something else happens, but I don't see anything else happening. And the Kodo is eliminated, but only for one side. And OrcWorker is here with his and with a backup Kodo. Oh man, this is looking bad for Cash, losing more and more units. He's even still in supply, but it's not right all in this army. Big supply, big advantage now in general for OrcWorker. Call of Speed as well, gets disenchanted with perfect timing, but still the Kodo gets away. And Cash is taking critical damage here. I think this is a little too much.
Reinforcements are coming from the right. There's another Kodo Beast, but can he walk away? He does have the Unholy Aura. Maybe that helps a bit. The critical strike really came in play strong with twice the damage for OrcWorker. Kodo Beast gone again, but he's sniping them as well. Violet style from back in 2009, and it works tremendously well with that Purge. No Kodo anymore.
Alright, it's not over yet. On the hunt, what's going to be the next target? Raiders, perhaps? Yeah, Raiders for both, and Purge on both sides. And the walkers in the backline here for Cash are all pretty damn hurt, but they can save themselves into Ethereal.
Cash has another wind of mana stealing, which he could use soon to get another heal wave, which could be... Oh, he's reviving the walkers here. And there it is, the next heal wave, but a little too late to save that grunt. Can he save that walker? No, he can't. Nice last hits by OrcWorker. Here is the final heal wave, but the Shadow Hunter is in trouble. Will he attack? Oh, there's the end snare. OrcWorker looking for the kill and to seal this match. And the Shadow Hunter is actually surrounded. Can he pop him out? There's a Windwalk. Oh, there we go. Oh, what a tug of war. Only Spirit Walkers remaining though, and they're all hurt.
The Blade Masters, they're completely untouched. They can do whatever they want. It's a Blade Master's dream. He's gonna get another kill here though.
Ethereal form. Hoo-hoo, saving 9 supply there.
Oh my god, he's ahead by 10 supply. I thought that Cash recovered there, but
Yeah.
it's still Worker with a big lead.
Rubber band, man. Rubber band. Even the Wand of Mana Stealing couldn't save his fight, even though it was a great timing for it. And it comes in very handy that he can revive the walkers.
Yeah, exactly. Like, Worker lost a lot of walkers, and Cash kept them all alive, but you can just revive the walkers. So I guess those are the units you want to lose.
Close to level 5 Blade Master is OrcWorker. Cash is far away, and we saw in the first fight in the upper left 216 critical strikes for a Worker and only 108 or something for Cash.
And he's taking a risk here, going to this camp. If he gets jacked, this might be the game. And is he going over, or does he take the time to creep up the gold mine? Oh,
Claws
he's
plus
actually
9.
given the time.
Yeah, Claws plus 9. He wants level 5. Is it enough? He doesn't send the Shadowhunter away. It's not enough. SH level 4.5. Cash is struggling with experience. But the Claws plus 9, will they turn the tides? Again, OrcWorker faster in breaking upkeep.
But Cash gets away from this unscathed. This could have been much, much worse.
Yeah.
Much, much, much worse.
Blade Master scouts a lot. Bigger healing still on the Blade Master of OrcWorker. He was untouched, he didn't have to use it. Mana potion on both Shadowhunters. Cash is down 12 supply though. Gets a lot more gold out of his gold mine. It's just 2,200 left. Is he going for an expansion now? He's moving peons there. Is it for fighting? Or is it for expanding? He doesn't have the gold. He can't go for it. Just it's level 5. And that is level 3 critical strike with plus 23. That will hurt. Tome of agility, of course.
Players' forces are under attack.
Cash gets a free pick here. He has a TP. He wants to base race a little here. Try to get the... Oh, but the Kodos, they're so slow. They're lacking behind by so much.
Can he block with peons or something? Or get a Zeppelin? Okay, Zeppelin against the lightning is not the ideal thing. 250 crits. He has to turn around and it doesn't look like he can do this. No, Town Portal for nothing except losing more units. And giving the Shadowhunter more experience. Giving him close to level 5. OrcWorker, man. If he doesn't do a big mistake, this is his game to take. And this is his grand final to enter. Oh, he's blocked! He's blocked in his own base and therefore supply stuck.
Oh, goodness. Everything seems to be going wrong now. The Blade Master, though, for Cash. Never count out a level 5 blade with good inventory if the crits start raining in. Needs a little more experience, though.
1-1 upgrade for OrcWorker. 1-2 upgrade, I think now. Yeah, 1-2 upgrades plus the Devotion Aura against 0-0.
Under attack.
Oh, OrcWorker doesn't have a dust here. If Cash realizes this, he may be able to steal the big one.
And that
He got it.
does work.
He got the experience and the item as well. He steals the Pendant of Energy.
Oh boy.
You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. But first hit Purge. The luck returns the other way.
Yeah, with Ensnare you can't run away, but Cash banked a lot of gold while OrcWorker was in upkeep. He needs time to produce stuff. He started breaking upkeep now with another Kodo with grunts.
This is so tense, man. This is so tense. OrcWorker is gonna have the big level advantage, though. Here comes level 5 SH for him.
Yeah, and level 5 Blade Master. He is... Oh, he gets level 5 as well! But not on the Shadowhunter, but at least on the Blade Master.
SH is gonna be close, though, if he moves away the blade right now.
How can Cash find these comeback opportunities? How?
So this good game
was
him.
This game was supposed to end like 3 times already. But
SH
levels...
Not level 5, not level 5.
120 away.
Damn, dude, this is so tense.
Heal scroll to make up for the level difference. Mana potion as well on the other side. We have
Wait,
still
Masters, plus 25 versus plus 24 versus plus 28.
300 gold remaining.
Dude.
Can he catch up?
Oh, this is getting stressful for me.
Oh, Orc Mirrors. Expansion by OrcWorker.
Tiny Great Hall?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
685 gold that Cash is investing into his army right now. End up in a
But
Tiny
this
Great
is so
Hall.
unpredictable. Blade Master, is he gonna scout for this? But still, man, I mean, even if Cash looks for the fight, he doesn't have the advantage. He has one advantage with it, which is a pendant of energy. That's
And the
pretty
heal
much only
scroll.
one.
On the other side, we have 3 auras.
Oh boy. Yeah.
With
Cash is
command.
going all in. No expansion for him.
62 versus 67. OrcWorker's units are way better. 3 upgrades ahead.
Oh wow. Alright, that's pretty crazy. And here we go.
Oh, Congo Line. Cash doesn't want to take this fight yet. Oh boy, this is bad for him. Blade Master of OrcWorker starts this fight again. Ensnares on the Kodobi, so they can't eat right now. The peons are only coming in, but there's no Spirit Link on them. They don't spread the damage. 300 critical strike for Cash, though.
Alright, and they're completely ignoring the walkers as they can revive each other. Going for the front line first, and yeah, Cash seems to be dwindling here quickly, very, very quickly in supply. His Kodos are starting to disappear. 2 of them, both of them are hurt, in fact. He only gets level 5 now. That is so late for his SH. Here comes the heal wave. Surviving is the Kodos, but only for so much longer. Now it's dead. And now, how is he supposed to win this? Finally, he's going for the Walker backline. And OrcWorker, this should be his ticket to the final against Foggy. Or can Cash actually make this comeback happen, make this miracle happen somehow? I don't know how, though.
He's trying to go for the Shadow Hunter, but there's a lot more healing. Blade Master was a little bit out of control for OrcWorker there, so he saves that one. Trying to go for the Kodobi's critical strike, cuts it in half. But is it really worth it? He needs to go for a Hail Mary somehow. He gets rid of the Kodos, though. Is there more healing on the Blade Master? Doesn't seem like it. He drops the Pendant. Super risky move, but now he's in trouble. He's been caught. He's surrounded. Without the Shadow Hunter, he can't win this. Critical strike again. Level 6. GG. Cash out. We get the rematch from WCA 2016. Foggy versus OrcWorker in the grand final for the slot to Shanghai. What a match, though. LR.
Orc Mirror, man. That was cool. The deserving winner, though, in the end. He didn't have the most flashy moves, but he seemed to be more in control and more aware of the crucial things to do here. Well done.
Wow. That was the best Orc Mirror that Europe has seen in a long, long time. I think if my Russian is correct, then I think Cash is a little bit complaining about Blade Master and criticals. But that's Mirror. That's Last Refuge. OrcWorker is just laughing about it. But boy, do I need a break. Anything we want to analyze here or just leave it as it is? Strong fighting spirit by Cash. He was down the entire game, basically. But this last fight, I think he can't take it like this. With so many units still close to the tavern, on the way to the fighting position, OrcWorker forcing that fight, and then he dropped from like 62 to 50 in a blink of an eye.
He had so many disadvantages. SH's level. All the upgrades on the front line.
Yeah. I do agree. So, we do get Foggy versus OrcWorker. It's gonna be a best of 5. Did they meet before? No, they didn't. It's the first time they meet in this tournament. But so far, Foggy was ahead in those matches. We'll see if he continues to dominate from the winner bracket as he did before, or if OrcWorker can make the big upset happening.